Kaitlyn Bristowe reveals why exes Shawn and Nick Viall haven't appeared on her podcast. Kaitlyn Bristowe is sharing the real reason her exes Shawn and Nick Viall have never appeared on her podcast. Off the Vine with Kaitlyn Bristowe. The Bachelorette alum divulged on the Thursday, July 24th episode of her podcast that there were understandable reasons behind their noticeable absences. Shawn never declined. He just dicked me around a few times, Bristowe, 40, explained. He was like, he was going to, then he wasn't, then he was, then he wasn't, then he wouldn't respond, and then we had a date set for him to come on, and then that didn't happen. I mean, I've got to say, it's a scary thought to 10 years later go back down that rabbit hole when you know our dad now, but you want to have your voice and have your story and you want to do it. It was very much a back and forth, which I understand, but a straight answer would have just been nice because I had producers, podcast producers, set up, I had a prep doc, I had the date set, but I mean, this is their decision. For Viall's part, Bristowe explained the Viall Files podcast host just wanted to move on and leave his Bachelorette days behind him. And Nick, he's just... Get this one too. Why am I being so kind? I think Nick just doesn't want to reminisce on those days anymore, and he's in the next chapter of his life where I get that, she said. Earlier in the podcast episode, Bristowe shared that while another Bachelorette alum, JJ Lane, did ultimately make an appearance on her podcast, he was the most hesitant of her guests to say yes. I think JJ was hesitant because he just had a really bad experience with the public, and I just think he had a bad experience on the other side, so I think he was hesitant to be like, why am I doing this? Am I going to be in headlines in a negative way again? She said, Bristowe continued. A lot of them have families to think about, so I just really wanted to make sure too that they knew that this is just trying to be like a sweet thing. Viall, Booth and Lane competed for Bristowe's heart in season 11 of The Bachelorette, which aired in 2015. Bristowe ultimately chose Booth as her winner, accepting his marriage proposal and leaving Viall as the runner-up for her season. Lane received the villain edit for her season. Bristowe and Booth called it quits in November 2018.